These two up front are called super chilies. This is a habanero. These two are hot red cherry peppers. These 1, 2, 3 are jalapeno, and this is a habanero. I've already eaten a couple of peppers off of these super chilies. Habanero is about the same, but it's growing. They're all growing quite a bit. The jalapenos in the back are getting taller. These are getting taller. Let's see where they're at in the week. We've had quite a bit of rain lately. Plants are getting quite tall. There's the habanero, jalapeno. This is the red cherry. We've got quite a few peppers in here. These are going to turn red. This jalapeno plant has gotten really tall. There's over 70 peppers on the super chili. Here's the habanero. There's an interesting looking deformation. I think it's a deformation. I'm not sure what that is. Pretty interesting. This is just loaded with peppers. Same here. Got a whole bunch of habaneros here. These should start turning fairly soon. Turning an orange and red color. Red cherry peppers. This one's turning colors. This one's already ripe. My first ripe red cherry pepper. Lots of jalapenos in here, lots of jalapenos there, lots of them here, and a whole bunch of habaneros in this plant too. Lots of progress here. Got lots of growth here. We've got these super chilies starting to ripen a little bit more. Just so many of them. Lots of jalapenos all in there. A whole lot of habaneros. I've eaten a couple of these green habaneros. They taste pretty good already. I've eaten 2 or 3 of these red cherry peppers. They're pretty good. About as hot as a jalapeno. Not too hot. But there they are. Nice and big. Lots and lots of peppers. We've got the red cherry peppers in the back are just starting to ripen. Habaneros are still on their way. We've had a few small habaneros ripen up and get orange. I've already taken care of those. Red cherry peppers are turning, looking good. Habaneros just starting to turn. I'm excited for these. Got a lot of good corking. These jalapenos. These jalapenos have ranged from mild, medium, to I've had one that was very spicy. It may have crossbred with this habanero. All right, I'm gonna do my first harvest. I'm gonna take a lot of the habaneros and any ripe super chilies. I'm gonna take some ripe red cherries and load them up into my bowl. All right, that's what I was able to get off of it. Quite a lot of them. And you can see this is a pretty big mixing bowl. It's just totally, look at that. First pepper harvest. Nice little mix of color there in the super chilies. Last week I harvested a whole bunch of peppers and I still have quite a bit left. These habaneros are really late. They're just taking their time. Just a few of these habaneros are starting to change colors. I've beaten 3 or 4 habaneros that are ripe. Cherry peppers are looking great. The cherry peppers taste like bell peppers, but about as spicy as a jalapeno. It's been a slightly cooler summer, so they haven't ripened as quickly as last year's or year before's, but there they are. Red cherry peppers. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some peppers today. This will be the second time picking. I'll show you what I've got. Quite a few more jalapenos out of there. Let's get some of these. These are a little tricky to pick because their stems are quite thick. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these. Wow, look how many I got out of this big mixing bowl. Look how many more habaneros are still there. There's tons of them. I didn't pick any more super chilies. I think I'm just gonna leave these as ornamental. And some of these jalapenos are turning colors. Here, that's better. Like these. So these are on their way to turning red. I may leave a few of them, let them turn red, but they'll probably fully ripen to red if I just leave them out for a couple of days. And the habaneros are probably the tastiest to me. They've got such a good flavor. They're hot, but they're really tasty. Lots of cherry peppers ripening up. Most of my jalapenos have been picked already, but there's still quite a few more in here. I've been eating about 1 habanero a day. I'm gonna do a third harvest today because we've got cold weather coming up and it may freeze some of these peppers. So I'm gonna take off all of the ripe habaneros, all of the ripe peppers on all of them, and I'll show you what I get. And there it is, there's the third harvest. Quite a few more jalapenos in there that were hiding. I'm gonna end up freezing most of these because I like using them in my cooking and other things. When you freeze it, it does change the texture of it, so it won't be like a fresh pepper anymore, but you still get all the heat and flavor from it, and it works for me. I've been using the other peppers I've had from last year for the entire year. I just finished them off, so we're just in time to have another batch of peppers to last me for the rest of the year. Okay, I've washed them all off. I'm just gonna cut the stems off. Then I'm gonna put them in a freezer bag. The reason that I cut these tops off, especially of the habaneros, is because some of them will be bad inside, like this one. So you don't want to eat stuff like that. At least I don't want to. So I cut the tops off just to make sure that they're clean inside, like this one. Should be nice and clean. And I know they're safe to eat. And they'll store for at least a year in the freezer. Here's the other bag I did on September the 8th. These are mostly jalapenos, and these I just sliced up, so they're ready to go. I'm gonna finish picking off more of these until they're pretty much all gone, or until the weather gets them. And that's what I was able to get off of these today. These plants are getting towards the end of their life here. Their temperatures are getting into the low 40s each night. And our highs right now are not getting very high, getting around 60 degrees or so. But I'm just gonna pick some more off of them every day or so until I get everything that's left, and the rest is gonna be composted and will be turned into food for next year's plants. I hope you enjoyed following along with these pepper plants. Happy gardening, everyone.